up, everybody? Welcome back to Pro Publications YouTube channel. As always, with me, Rich. And today, I have wanted to do this for a long time, but I really want to start going through the zines that I've made and what was going through my mind when I made them. And I really want to start this thing on YouTube where when I make a zine, I want to shoot one out to people. Like really honestly, like in my mind, like if I ever do get monetized on YouTube, wouldn't it be nice to be able to just give out my zines? Like for me just to make them, print them, and just send them out and not lose any money, because the money I'm making from ads ultimately compensates for me to print and to ship these zines out for free. Ideal world. And it's called A Problem with Your Background, Real Life Problems for Youth Offenders. 7 pages of text, but you know, 7 pages of text is pretty much a chapter. And it really is, it really does capture a chapter in my life where I was reminded that no matter how far I get in life, I'm always other. I'll always be second place. Michelle Alexander's book, The New Jim Crow, like it really reminded me of, like, because I've read that book and for a while I believed it, but then things went so well for me that I forgot it. But then a moment like that in March that occurred where like for all intents and purposes they were still holding me accountable for the actions that I committed as a young man, and it kills me inside, because I think of someone like Brock, that piece of shit fucking rapist that the judge was like, well, I see potential in you. And it just fucks with me, because it means that the judge that gave me juvenile life basically saw no potential in me. And it kills me a little bit, because it's just, sometimes it makes me feel suffocated. You know what I mean? And if you don't know what I mean, then lucky on you. But sometimes I feel suffocated by just this racist institution that is continuously beating people like me down. To assume that a 15-year-old boy has no future, like my judge did, to compare a 19-year-old man who raped a woman, to assume that that man has a future, but not this child. And so then, you know, this zine for me is really important, because it's me basically, it was an episode of my life that really was a changing point for me. You know, like I've been YouTubing since 2014, I think. And I never was like pushing like subscribe. I was never telling people, hey, check out the YouTube channel. I just did it because it was fun for me. You know what I mean? Like it was honestly something that just brought joy to my life. As someone that wants to get into filmmaking, it's a good practice. It's a good way of just making sure you have an outlet to do these things, to practice and hear people's comments and feedback, right? But never was I adamantly pushing the YouTube channel. Never was I adamantly trying to push feral publication and all that. It was just something I was doing for fun. And I still continue to do it for fun. And the minute I stop having fun, I'll probably stop. But one thing I did come to the conclusion of is I don't want to work for people. You know, like I didn't have a problem working at some of the other companies I worked at. They were cool with me. And like in Los Angeles, I feel like most Hispanics, most blacks have family that have done time or have done time themselves. And so there is a sense of empathy, and there is a sense of understanding of like, you could do time and not be a piece of shit person. But that's the LA bubble. And everywhere else in the world, I think I'm always going to be other. And the situation that occurred here in March just reinforced that to me. And that's what kind of set me off to be like, well, I'm going to start uploading more regularly. I'm going to start plugging in the YouTube channel. I'm going to start, you know, really trying to build my little corner of the world where I can make art, and then with that same art that I'm making, sustain my livelihood. You know what I mean? And I'm not a minimalist, but I'm definitely not someone that spends a lot of money. So I feel like I could potentially get there and live happily ever after. I mean, that's the plan. That's what this zine is about. This zine is kind of what was going on, you know, what the whole situation, the whole incident, and the way it just felt to me, and then the way I felt that people went about it, you know, things that they did right, things I felt they did wrong. And you know, and it just kind of comes to the conclusion of like basically we will always be others. Anyone that's a youth offender or adult offender, like you're always going to be other. If anyone wants a free copy, I'm going to give out one, because I just don't have that much dough to just be shooting out a whole bunch. But if anyone wants a copy, go ahead and, you know, let me know in the show notes. If it's a couple of y'all, then I'll go ahead and, like, you know, I don't know, work it out. I still have one zine from the Sunday Night Bomber giveaway, so anyone that wants this and that one, let me know. If you guys want the Sunday Night Bomber zine, or if you want one of these zines, let me know in the comments below. I think I got like $5 on it, so I'll try to shoot out as many as I can to people that I can. Alright, you guys, until then, late.
Fight the fascists.